everybody, it's Euphoria Cat. Today I'm making a video on how I go about drawing cats, what tools I use, and so on. This is my first time doing a voiceover, so we'll see how it goes. I start off with a 4000 by 5000 canvas. I select my brush, and in this case, I start with the Inkweed pen. I draw the rough shape of a circle, marking the face with two intersecting lines to help me figure out the feature's position. I then roughly sketch the cat's eyes, as I will go over everything again later. Now I draw a little triangle for the nose and start on the mouth, a little curved shape to show a frown. Now I start to draw the chin and make it a little pointy, and I work my way around the face. To prepare for the ears, I draw the forehead, giving it a few tufts of fur. I also add a little fur around the edges of his face. Now I give him his little cat eyebrows. For the pupils, I draw one circle-like shape for each eye. Now I go over the top of the eye to make it a little bit more bold. Finally, I start drawing the ears. And this cat is an oriental shorthair, so they have long, curvy ears. Now I use a selecting tool to adjust the placement of the ear a little. Now that I'm happy with the placement of the ear, I quickly draw the little tufts of fur in the ear. This cat has some cheekbones, so I drew those in. I also started taking out some of the extra lines I didn't need anymore. I also refined the fur a little bit here. Now I gave him some little tears in his ears. I start on the neck, working my way down, giving it little fur as I go. I also give him some extra fur here to exaggerate his sort of fluffiness. Now I start working on his body, making sure everything is proportioned correctly. I make him sitting, kind of facing away, and you can see his tail here. I make his tail sort of pointed, and then draw it back to the body. I work on his feet, and make sure they're angled away. Here I finish off his haunches, and give his body a little bit more detail by adding some fur. This cat has a collar, so I drew that in here, erasing part of the fur so I can make way for it. On his collar, I put a broken heart. Here I add some detail like scars along the eye and the insides of the eye. Now I lower the opacity and switch to my technical pen so I can start going over it and make it better, I guess. More clean. I should also mention that I did this on a separate layer, right above the layer where I did the base. Now that I have that part done, I'm going to switch to a new layer right underneath that one and switch to my studio pen so I can start coloring the picture. I go to my Crow palette and I click on his fur color. I start coloring, and since this layer is underneath the first layer, I can color right underneath without having to worry about going over lines. For every new color you add, make sure to place that on a new layer underneath the others. That way you don't have to worry about coloring over anything, and it'll be nice and clean. I turn all the layers to off a lock so that way when I color it, it won't go over anything. I switch to my soft airbrush. I lower the opacity a lot, and then I slowly start to do my shading. I start with the darker colors first, and I use black. You can't see it too well because it is a darker cat. Shading adds more depth to my cats, that's why I like to do it a lot. Unless I'm feeling too lazy, and in that case I don't. There we go, now the cat's all finished. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.